children crying for starvation just to spoon. You want to get a news update, my brother, to spoon. You want to know what is happening, Moravia, to spoon. Politicians want to make their decision just to spoon. You want to know what happening in the ministry, to spoon. To spoon. To spoon.
Okay, folks, good morning. Good morning to you, wherever it is you watching us from. To others, it's night time. It's after 9 p.m. in most parts of the USA. Time here in Liberia is 24 minutes up to 2 a.m. Today is July the 26th, 2023. It's Independence Day here in Liberia. Love to say happy Independence Day to each and every one of you. The big question is, folks are asking, what are we celebrating? Should we even be celebrating? What's there to celebrate? And there are others from the other side of the divide who feel there are a lot of things to celebrate. Others are using this holiday as a means of reconnecting with their family members. Others have said, once you are alive and there is hope, you can celebrate for the future and what there is to come. So a lot of reasons, a lot of arguments, counter arguments and claims, counter claims, pre-Independence Day messages, as well as we'll be listening to Independence Day message being delivered today by Chief Zanzan Kawa. But wherever it is you're watching us from, let me bring on the CEO, Mr. Stanton Alexander Witherspoon Sr. He is the host of Late Night Politics here on Spoon. Good night to you, good evening, good morning. Hello, Chief. Happy Independence to you.
Happy Independence Day at your end. Yeah, happy Independence Day. July 26th. Oh, thank God. We wish everyone a happy 26th. And I hope you can send my 26th because I need it.
Okay, we'll have that discussion in the production room. What you want for the 26th? You want Moravia Rock? What do you want?
No, I just a piece of cola.
Yeah.
You know, anything. I'm very simple though, nothing big. You know.
Okay.
Yeah, anything you send for the 26th, we'll take it.
All right. We'll see.
Can I have the late night flyer? I gotta drop it in the group chat we have for the Spoon Late Night. The folks coming on. Everybody, yo, that man, I've been tired, bro. I've been like tired, but we got to get this thing going. If I'm gonna run away from me, Woozy ran away, they'll all find a place to go, you know. But let's see who's on tonight. My attention is drawn to something, Gamma. Let's start with the bombing situation. You got a video, you got the pictures, and today,
I got a picture.
Today we saw that they tried to put some cross racks, right?
Yeah, our guys were making their way there, but due to the heavy downpour of rain and the traffic congestion, they will make their way early tomorrow morning so that we bring real-time pictures to our folks, followers of Spoon TV to see what's happening there in Broadville.
Yeah, but listen, that thing is crazy, man. I want the folks to they talk about a setup, how you call it, Western cluster. People just not listening. It's bad, very bad, very bad. The whole road messed up. And who faced the road like that? That person we have.
The initial bombing road.
Cluster. They want to put a cross rack on today. I find the picture. We gotta show the picture. They want to put a cross rack on today.
But the Ministry of Public Works has invited Western Cluster.
We got the letter, right? And we got the letter.
Yeah, we have the letter as well.
So we're gonna show the letter. They posted it face the road. There you go. This is crazy. So what are you coming with?
Yeah, I'm trying to get the flyer to send to you.
But why you still acting like that now? Why you still acting like that?
Forgive me. My computer will handle ourselves.
Where
let me
is,
switch the
how you
camera.
call him? Where is Nelson or James Goodday? If you can trust them. 26 Nelson Checker from me. Folks, if you just joining us, this is Late Night Politics. We're going to talk about the bombing highway. We're going to also talk about that road issue. We're going to discuss other issue that is very important. To my amazement, I want to tell you guys from Unity Party. You guys from Unity Party. The rescue building. Who owns that building? The rescue building. Who owns that building? I'm just asking a question. I don't want people to say that I'm picking on Unity Party. But who owns the building? We want to ask you.
Are the building you're talking about? This particular building?
Yeah, who the owner of that building? What's the
I don't know the
situation
owner
about
of
that
this building.
building?
Actually, used to house the immigration. The Liberia Immigration Service was the
Okay, come
last
back on. We're
tenant.
talking. Just sure that ask the people. We're talking because we
Yeah.
got some information about that building. We're going to talk about what's happened today with the coast, with the armed forces of Liberia and the maritime entity. Something about ship. We're going to talk about. Let's talk about what happened in the Senate. I want to hear from you. I want you to come on and join the show. Okay, come on and join the show. You guys are saying, CEO, can we do this thing? Why would not? And now I'm saying Emmanuel Moba Zoki. I will call every one of your name today. You all need to share this. You all need to come up. Please, Francis. Francis Cato, you asked me for 26, and I was the first from the top of Bassa Point. Bassa Point, again, to the people of Grand Bassa, we say you have our sympathy for the passing of Hans Bashu. Okay, you have our sympathy, yeah? Josephine Mason, she said, hi, CEO. I say, hi, Josephine. Well, I mean, why are you up tonight? Mama Mensa. I believe Mama Mensa is from Pennsylvania. I believe so. Mama Mensa don't want me to talk about this Unity Party Rescue building. But you know me, I will talk about it because something about that building. What you know about the building, come let's say it today. Sekou Konen, Yeke would be retired in district number 10. That Yeke, you can put your more on Sekou. Sekou, you brave. Let that show is growing. Patrick Kemba Kekula, Rochelle Wayne, Stanton in the night too. You are on the UP again 6 days straight. No, I'm not on UP. Don't do that. Don't do that. You see, yeah, we got to be fair now. And today, Mr. Cummings spoke today. Mr. Cummings spoke today. We got to also talk about Mr. Cummings, Mr. Cummings, Mr. Cummings. We would talk about Mr. Cummings and that speech. If you heard the speech, we're going to talk about it also. We're here for only 1 hour. I hope we're able to discuss everything. Let me ask you guys a question because Diamond is coming back, but I need you to join me tonight. Okay? We'll talk about the 26th. If you're from ANC, I want to ask you a question. It's no hard feelings. Women, Knuckles, you can come on the show. Esket Azar, you are welcome. Isaac King, Kristen D, Stephen, Solomon Brisbane, Marie Ketor. We're going to share the link and you guys have to come. Let's have some serious conversation. Okay? It is important. It is important for you to understand this and understand it very well. Let's start with Mr. Edison B. Cummings while we wait for Damo. Mr. Cummings addressed the nation today. Mr. Cummings never took part in the war. I want you guys to listen to this. There is no blood about killing anybody. He didn't. Mr. Cummings have no history of corruption. Nothing. Not one. Not something I know about because I would say it. Mr. Cummings have money. How much? We don't know, but he got his own money. But here's the question though. And I like to ask Diamond because I will ask Diamond, can you drop the link in the chat room? Can you drop the link? Let folks come and join us tonight. Diamond, I'm starting this conversation with Mr. Cummings tonight, Mr. Slanger, and I met your uncle like 2 days ago. I met your uncle Diamond, And he want me to tell you
Okay.
that he's sending you some polo t-shirts. He said he bought a new polo t-shirt for you. He's gonna send it to you. But
The medium of the message, so let me just use the same medium to say,
does that thank you, right?
to say thank you.
No, I asked him, man. The man said, thank you for my nephew Dama. I said, oh yeah. He said, yeah. He said, I get some polo t-shirt and thing I send it for him. I said, thank you very much. Send him a polo t-shirt. Happy Independence Day, Airframe Bless, Mama Meza. Guys, this is very important. Please. In our chat room today, somebody posted the comment speech is beautiful. I listened to part of it. Uh, but I want to ask you though, this is not spoon talk. This is where I hear from you, hear from people in Liberia. I just want to ask you, when you're joining us tonight, please be presentable, okay? Don't leave from the gym and can't show your body to the girls and they get time for you. But Evelyn, I need to ask you this question, Evelyn. What's Evelyn last name? This thing going so fast, I got to pause. Evelyn Mo, Mr. Cummings, right? I've never heard anything on Mr. Cummings that he's corrupt. Not from Coca-Cola, not from Pillsbury, not from Liberia. Maybe me. I've never heard it. Seriously. If I did, I was going to tell you guys. I've never heard that Mr. Cummings took part in the war. It didn't happen. Mr. Cummings never killed anybody. So his hands are clean. Mr. Cummings have his own money. He can do anything because he worked hard. He earned his own money. But I got one question. The other nonsense you can talk about Mr. Cummings, I ain't saying this. So you don't even put it or else I'll block you. That's nonsense. I'm not listening to that. But let's talk something serious. I got one question. Why Liberians, when you do a polling today, it's either George Manawea, Joseph Boakai, Joe Wea, Tewon Gongo, Clarence Masekwe, Mr. Cummings come third or fourth. Why the people of Liberia cannot accept Mr. Cummings with the good record? No, seriously, folks. I want you to understand. I just want you to understand this. You're looking for an angel. I am not yet to praise Mr. Cummings, but I want us to have this conversation tonight. It's something on my mind. Why the Liberian people, why they can't accept Mr. Cummings because if it is true that the record is so clean, why Liberians cannot accept this man? And Paul Living, man, I refuse to. You in the chat room, my man. You cannot have the show. Beautiful question. I see that mobile Zokai is in the back. Damo, before your internet take you off again, can you help me, Damo? What do you know? How can you answer this question? And if you get Mr. Cummings' picture, put his picture up because we're discussing him first. I think we should have Mr. Cummings' picture or Mr. Cummings and Charlene picture. If not, find one real quick. Let's just put it up. But while you try to do that, can you help me understand, Damo? If you want me to repeat, I will repeat. Okay? Why whenever you do a poll, right, Mr. Cummings will come distant third or fourth. Can you hear me? If not,
Yeah, I can hear you.
I will bring in mobile. I know you're trying to search something. Let me bring in mobile. Mobile, how you doing?
I'm good, CEO. How you doing today, man?
Mobile, tell those people that happy to see you on Spoon Talk. I know you not tell all the family members then. Tell them to join us. This is interesting. But let me ask you this question, right? And we're going to have this conversation on Mr. Cummings first. Then we'll go to Joseph Boakai and the rescue building. Then we'll talk about Joe Mann. We are in the bio medicine, which will involve Edwin Snow, the Minister of Public Work and everything. So how was your day, first of all? How was your day?
Yeah, my day was fantastic. Just relax home, watch some Netflix, went for a walk and jog, came back, take a shower, and
I
just
mean,
relax.
you're just saying all the thing because you're on Spoon Talk, man.
No,
Went for a
but
walk and
I
jog.
did to this.
You walk and you jog. Which one you did? You say
Bro,
that
I drunk and then went to the
eating.
gym and do 1 or 2 things, my man.
There is nothing like gym on you. We see nothing like gym on you, my man.
No,
Don't
I
rub
went to
your
the gym,
arm.
man.
Don't rub your arm. Nothing over there.
No, nothing
but
wrong with you.
listen, let me give you the opportunity to say hi to somebody in Liberia. Talk to
Well,
somebody who
I
you
want to say
got.
hi to my beautiful wife, Aligra Mula Zuka, and my beautiful mother who live in Corwell, Mount Benoon. I want to say hi to you guys.
What? You got your wife in Liberia? So the guy I saw you with, who was she?
Look at you. You want to
Okay.
be proud. You look at yeah. Hey,
No, 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 no,
come
no,
on.
no, no,
Come on,
Mama,
big you are.
Mama,
Tell you to not be
Mama,
no problem.
Mama, no, 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 no,
And,
Mama, let me fair. Let me fair. The one I saw you with at the Wawa, who's that girl?
oh.
Remember buying something for the girl? Oh,
Look at
he was.
Come on, let
I
me
look at
know.
it.
Before
I
they say,
look
"Bene,
at it.
you
I
see,
said,
and you
no,
know,
no, 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 my man, don't run
it's
from the
you
shop.
are. Yeah,
Seriously, let's tell. Oh, maybe that your cousin now. Say that your
no, no, no.
cousin.
When, and where?
The last skin girl,
Look at,
the American
look at.
girl. She's an
You,
African American.
I get drink coffee, so I'll go do the Wawa
Oh,
now.
you get to. Oh no,
I get drink
that one we
anything
got.
contain caffeine, so I don't drink. I don't go to Wawa. I don't
Man,
drink
why
energy
not
drink.
only sell coffee? Why not sell everything, my man? Damo, do we have the picture? I want us
Yeah,
to put Mr. Cummings picture
I'm
up.
trying to get the picture. I've downloaded it,
Okay,
but
let
I'm
me
trying
ask you a
to
question.
upload it.
Mobile.
Uh-huh.
Mr. Cummings
Mm-hmm.
never took part in the war. If you look at Mr. Cummings to him, no blood stain.
Yep.
Direct or indirect, I have never heard anything. He didn't kill anybody,
Mm-hmm.
not at all. Do you know anything that I don't know about Mr. Cummings participating in the war?
No.
I've never heard it.
He never.
Thank you. So we agree on that, right?
Yes, of course,
All right.
100%.
So I mean, I can see your favor. The cap is bowing about. Yeah, you good like that. But let me
Right.
ask you a next question. Mr. Cummings, have you heard about him involving in any corruption?
Nope.
Not at
None,
all.
none that I know.
Not that I know of. Not with Coca-Cola.
Nope.
Not with Pillsbury.
Yep.
Nothing. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, if you know something, folks, y'all let us know. Prince, y'all let us know. Lawrence, my man, the link is up. You can come and join. But let's set the record straight. Mr. Cummings, he got his own money, right?
Of course. Yeah, he worked for it.
Some people say he's a millionaire, the richest politician in the race today. That's Mr. Cummings. Thank you, Damo.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to help me, no, the Damo, keep it up. If you want to help me, help me. That's Mr. Cummings.
Mm-hmm.
But Mova, I want to ask you, why Liberians refusing to accept Mr. Cummings?
Well, CEO, thank you for the question also. And thank you for affording me the time to express myself in the political arena of our country. Well, Mr. Kumi is not related to the people, number one. Number two, you know all the 14 years civil crisis that we went through in Liberia. Some of in Liberia butterfly, and we know people who been in Liberia for that period of time, all the way until the war finished. They were like they never left Liberia. They were there. Mr. Kumi was not nowhere to find. He never related at that time to the Liberian people. When did he hear about Mr. Kumi? So our people is not it's not like our people they are let me just put it this way in a big way they are racist or maybe they are traditional only believe in certain kind of people no, but they believe that if you stand for them. Look, I'm not a fan of Jowia, but during the war we hear about Jowia. We were in Liberia. We hear when General Pelele used to be on the radio calling people names. We used to hear about Jowia talking to the rebel. Oh, y'all stop the war. Y'all do the one. Boakai was there. Where was Kumi? Our people relate. Our people relate to the issues, the common issues that people think that oh, you know what? He just coming. He just coming.
But
And
if
people,
you say, let me bring it down before I move to this thing. You know,
uh-huh.
we're not many. The other people will join us because Damo going to put that link in there and the people will come on. Damon, what say you? Why are people just distancing themselves from Mr. Cummings? There's a man that got no blood stain. This is a man that has his own money. This is a man that you have no corruption behind him. This is a man that came third in 2017, or some people will say fourth. Mr. Cummings of 2017. Do you think he's the Mr. Cummings now of 2023? What's changed? Why people are distancing themselves?
Well, to say distancing themselves, uh, that is strong of statement. But if you say he doesn't really resonate with the Liberian, with a larger portion of the Liberian electorates, I can go with that as well. That is because one, his team around him, they are not selling Mr. Cummings right. If you look at a team around Mr. Cummings, they're not doing him a good service. That's point number one. Point number two, Liberians with our electorates don't really vote on policies as compared to whether they like how you look, they like, whether you hail from their region, whether or not you've been there for them, as said by Moba. The Liberian electorates have now reached to the point, a larger portion have now reached to that point where they vote based on policies. They vote based on longevity. They vote based on whether or not they know you, or you have some traditional line with them or something of that sort. And Mr. Cummings appeals. If you look at his voter, survey, what he did in 2017, he has always appealed to educated, somewhat youthful Liberians and diasporan Liberians. That is his voter base, and that voter base is expanding gradually. But those who have stuck to their traditional beliefs, they are the ones who do not solely see Mr. Cummings, and other things really played from 2017 up to now. Key amongst those things is the CPP, the fragmenting of the CPP. That also played a lot against Mr. Cummings. There were those who felt like, okay, this thing is about more who has stayed long in the race. Mr. Cummings should go as vice president, to Mr. Boakai and all of those stuff. People started to brand him. That was a very, very, very bad propaganda that was played against Mr. Cummings and his team when he was branded as this desperate person, Then it started to resonate with the Liberian electorates. The majority of them.
I will cut you right there. Hold on 1 minute, Nelson. Can you put a link in the chat?
The link is there. The link is there.
We just gotta do it. Continue. People just joining us. Let me ask you a question. Now, then this thing about what Mr. Cummings said. I came to Liberia not to be, and I understand this now. Understand this. Not to be a VP to anybody. I'm in the race. I want to win. Not a minister, not senator, not director, not representative, not a VP to anybody. Does that hurt? Those remarks hurt him. At some point, can you also include that those remarks wasn't a good remark to make as a politician?
Well, again, that is his political trajectory. That's where he has put himself at the apex. Again, I say if you don't dream big, then you're not dreaming at all. But let's come back to his ambition. His ambition is to be president of the Republic of Liberia. Whether or not the surest path to that was to go as vice president to Ambassador Boakai, that is something else to be decided. But then again, we have to look at what other conversations are being held behind what we know. Is he getting assurances from somebody or some party that, okay, Mr. Cummings, stand your ground and we'll make sure we make you president and all of these things? We don't know what conversations are being held in the background to give him, all of that confidence. All of that confidence. It doesn't believe that if he runs in a race now and he doesn't win, if you speak to those who are closest to Mr. Cummings and they want to be very, very fair with you, the friends that we have there, they will tell you that they're looking rather at 2029. That is if a unity party does not win and you have a Jeremiah Kum presumably running in 2029, that is going to be a tougher race. But if the CDC wins 2023 to 2029, then Cummings will have all of the experience that people have said, you do not have. You are just come. You'll be looking at him as the most experienced candidate in the race. So the question again is, what conversations are being held in the background? What political assurances and all of those things are being given?
Simple put, somebody asking you right now, Diamond, we understand all this long thing. Those are around Cummings, are they helping him or hurting him? Then I'll bring him more back.
Well, that question can only be answered based on the results. If you are hired as a fitness coach, I see Mobile is in his training Liverpool gear.
The man come a trimming man, that man come eating by
as a fitness coach, see you, and your clients keep getting injuries upon injuries upon injuries upon injuries, or you are hired as a physiotherapist and your clients keep getting injured and injured and injured, then the result doesn't justify the means. So you can deduce from there whether or not they're giving him all of the needed help to sell him to the Liberian electorates.
So we're gonna Mobile. This thing about Mr. Cummings is, are they helping him? I mean, the 2017 Mr. Cummings, you never heard this different rigmarole around him. He had an organized group and he did extremely well. Fellas just come. But now it's all messed up. So the question is, and I will go back to this, and I think that our callers now, they can start calling in. Let's go back to this. He never took part in the war. He didn't kill anybody. He had a clean sheet. Corruption, you can find it with him. Not that I know of. Money, he got money. I thought Liberians were looking for someone like this, like Mr. Cummings, that will come with his own money, that is corruption free. He didn't take part in the war. You cannot point to him that he supported or he did. All the other stuff, they have no substance. But then Liberians begin to realize that, and we that do this thing all the time say, but why? Why Liberians, when you open the phone line right now and call Mr. Cummings' name, why they say, not now, not today. Real quick, before you come in, Mobile, let me take this call. Your name and where are you calling from, my friend?
Good evening, CEO. This is Shedrick Montari Wapede, and I join you from Waterloo, Iowa.
Shedrick from Waterloo, Iowa. Talk to us, my brother.
Yeah, CEO, I think, Damo has said a lot of it, but I think one part of it is the too many press conferences. Instead of me going to the people, every now and then there's another press conference. There's not even resonating with the people. So the too many press conferences also affecting Mr. Cummings, and also the people around Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings completely contradicted himself. He said you cannot keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. But the same old politician, he bring that around his circle, and that also has a serious impact on Mr. Cummings because
thank you
and the rest of the other people.
So thank you, because we open the phone line is going crazy. Let me bring in this person. Your name and where are you calling from? You got to speak louder, my friend. Speak into the phone, please.
This is Ian Gabo.
Hello?
Yeah, this is Ian Gabo.
Ian, talk to us.
Mr. Orosmo, I followed the show. As Damo was saying, and my other brothers down there, we the Liberians, because I'm part, we are not really educated to the way in which we are to vote. We have our own sense of direction that we want to vote. You may have all of those characters that are clean. The typical Liberian men don't want to look at that. They want to look at what you have done and what you did in the past.
Thank you. Again, we got to give you 1 minute, but you make a good point. Let me move to the next person. You have the link. You can come on the show if you want to, but thank you. Let me bring in this person. Your name and where are you calling from?
My friend is Nathaniel Maladinchi, and I'm calling.
We are not hearing you, my friend.
Yeah, you asked a question. What are the people around coming here? They are happy or destroying you. Coming destroy itself. The major mistake that coming away was to invade Liberty Party. When Musa Belete was having that program and he never consulted the Liberty Party leader with so Kanga, he went to Musa Belete, it destroyed him. I can tell you, it destroyed him a lot. The second issue is to allow Musa Belete to destroy Liberty Party that brought that brought the complete the mass of SNL Cummings. I can assure you, the people are watching. When you get in play, I'm not political party. We all know due respect.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Mobile will be with you shortly. Let's take a few calls, okay? Good evening, my friend. Your name and where are you calling from?
I'm Carlo Howard, calling from New York.
Talk to me, Mr. Howard.
Look, Cummings cannot win this race because he's being supported by Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, and everybody knows that's why he's on. So that's it. Nothing else but that.
Thank you very much, my friend. Let's take this next call. Good evening. Where are you calling from and what's your name?
Yeah, how are you, Mr. Waterspoon? I'm Benjamin Wallace.
Talk to me, Ben.
Yeah, I'm Benjamin Wallace calling from Pennsylvania. You asked a very brilliant question concerning Mr. Cummings. Mr. Cummings make a mistake, and the mistake here is this. Mr. Cummings cannot be bigger than the country. Okay? Mr. Cummings make himself so indispensable in the eyes of the Liberian people. That is one. Two, that party ANC, they hear from CDC. Anything Mr. Cummings do, he will be wasting his time.
Thank you.
Honest with you.
Thank you very much. Before I take this call, just hold on 1 minute. Do not hang up. Let me go to Mobile in studio. Mobile, talk to me, my friend. This thing about Madam Sirleaf and those around Mr. Cummings, are they helping him or they have hurt him so far? Talk to me.
CEO, to be frank, to me, like I would say this over and over, and I always say, Mr. Cummings shot himself in the leg, and then all the people that came around shot him in the other leg. Number one, look at Mariah. She attacked personally. She go personally. Like if you disagree with her, she don't discuss the issues. I will call names. Like the last of Musa Berete. They discuss the issue with anger. And when you start discussing issues with anger, you will find out that people will be leaving. I know a lot of people who are ANC fans. They left ANC because number one, Mariah, number two, Berete. Look, if you want to discuss the issue, if you want to bring people over, you get away. Come on the show, discuss the issue, and even somebody get on your nerve. Don't attack personally. Mariah Plagi, because I went with her 4-4. About Cummings, tell me what Cummings can do. We were on, like she posted a video, and we went. What Cummings can do? Explain to me. You do the and then
thank you. Let me hold you while we get you making some points. While we take more calls. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Tor. I'm calling from Louisville, Kentucky, sir.
Thank you. Talk to us, sir.
Yeah, just what the brother in the studio you and I was saying. The surrogates around Cummings. That's what's stopping Mr. Cummings. If the surrogates can stop bad-mouthing the opposition and focus on the person who is in power right now, it will help Mr. Cummings. The form is that Mr. Cummings is not relating to the country people. The elites that in this country, that's why hating Mr. Cummings the most. They think that they can influence the people back home. The poor back home is in the heat. They know exactly how this going on that side. But the surrogates of Mr. Cummings that within the US think that they can say anything that can help Mr. Cummings. As far as concerned, Mr. Cummings is not going anywhere. You're going to leave on the bottom until Mr. Cummings realizes that he needs to work with the country people. That's the only way he will be president.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I will take this one. Good evening. Your name, where are you calling from?
Hey, good evening, Stanton. My name is Michael Gibobo, calling from New Jersey.
Talk to me, Michael.
Yeah, concerning Alexander Cummings issue. You know, Alexander Cummings, he's a good man. He served Coca-Cola for so many years without corruption. But one thing here is he came with the ambition to be a president, not any other thing but presidency. And you cannot just live on any corner like that and just come and say, oh, I want to be a president. Where in Liberian people don't know you like that. Ali, when Cummings could start from vice presidency, Ali is in business. original, maybe he could get opportunity. But even 2029,
Thank you.
there will be no vote for Alexander Cummings.
Thank you. Thank you. Let me take this one. Your name? Where are you calling from?
This is Samuel Cole. I'm following the conversation from Philadelphia.
Talk to me, Samuel.
Okay. Yeah. We need to understand that politics in Liberia is different from politics in elsewhere or another country around the world. Our people there, their mindset, their orientation, their belief as it relates to electing people to lead us. I listened to your analysis. Mr. Cummings are playing. He did not fight war in Liberia, all of that. But mind you, in electing people, not your money that you have, not what you have, but the way you have lived for the people. Because people want to elect you on what they have seen you doing before. You will not elect somebody that will just come on the scene and move the country forward. No.
Thank you.
Moreover,
thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mobile, we'll come to you shortly. Let me take more calls because this is the People's Program. Your name, my friend. Where are you calling from?
Stanton, are you talking to me? My name is Eugene Pierre, calling you from Minneapolis.
Hey, Eugene. The same question. Let me repeat myself for those folks that just joining us. Mr. Cummings never took part in the war, not that I know of. Mr. Cummings have money. Mr. Cummings, no corruption. Why Liberians are distancing themselves from Mr. Cummings?
Very nice question, sir. So you see, right now at this point in time, we are not talking about war because when you look at Liberia, the war, whether you fought the war or not, there's so many people linked with the war. Almost everybody in Liberia involved in the war. We had a terrorist squad in Liberia. Those who, like, I used to live in Matadi Estate, and I'm a Basel man, but I mean, I lived with the Crown Bureau at some point in time because my brother left. My brothers then left during the war and went became overnight. So I was forced to stay with the Crown Bureau that were living in my community. When the war was coming, there are other people who were not Crown. They thought that the war was coming for only Crown.
So we understand that. My question is, why Mr. Cummings now, people just can't trust him for his clean record, for his clean hands?
So Liberia is not about clean hands because we have seen some clean hands before, not perfectly clean hands, but we have seen some clean hands before. Like, for example, Elaine. Why it's true that she participated in a war, but when she came with a solid record, almost like the record that Mr. Cummings is coming with. And we saw what she did. Why it's true that she tried her best.
So why not? So again, I want to keep you focused on this thing because we'll soon leave you. Why do people not galvanizing around Mr. Cummings?
That's the things that I want to say. I just want to set the thing, CEO.
Yeah, just go to the point. We got so many calls coming in.
All right, that's good. All right. So Mr. Cummings, the way he carries himself, he's a clean hand, but look at the people that he surrounds himself by. You cannot be a novice to politics and come in our community, you think that we're going to embrace you. Because the chances of getting more problem with him is more clear as compared to those who have been tested. The brother hasn't been tested, that is the issue.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's welcome Joe Camara and Nelson Colley. Nelson, please, if you can, I send you some information to download if they are ready. Let's see who's this. Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
my name is Isaac. I come from Basement, North Dakota.
Mr. Isaac, can you please talk to us? Same question. We're going to wrap this thing up with Mr. Cummings in 5 minutes.
So, what about said about Mr. Cummings is that he wants to be president for people he don't know. Liberian people does not go for people who have clean hands or not. They want to make their own leaders. So if they start with you, start from somewhere. I mean, you can say anything about Josh Weah. They started with Josh Weah. Josh Weah, you are not educated. You went to school. Josh Weah, we wanted to go into the Senate. He went there before they make him president. So he wants to be president for people you don't know. That's a problem with him.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Let's hold up to the call. Mr. Nelson Kodak, can you again drop the link in the under the live feed, please? Folks are asking for it. I want to bring in Abu Kamara, but he left. Let me bring in my friend George Collison. George Collison, are you related to Raymond Collison?
Yes, that's my little brother.
Raymond Collison is your little brother?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's my little brother. He's in Pennsylvania.
No, he's in Trenton.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
related to the pastor Raymond Collison?
He's my brother. Raymond
What's your?
H. Collison is my brother.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he a pastor and you not?
Well, everyone can be pastor though. Everyone
But
can be
it's
pastor.
good. It's good to see you, man. So what's your
Yeah.
sister-in-law name?
Raymond White.
Yes, sir.
I want to be able to tell you. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I won't be able to tell you. Yeah.
Okay.
Raymond's my little brother.
Okay.
Pastor of
Well,
the
then let's
Lutheran
go.
Church.
Let's go ahead. Let's talk about the topic under discussion. Mr. Cummings, a very clean-handed man, no participation in the war. He has his own money. Nothing about corruption around him. Why are we here? Why
Well,
Liberians not feeding Mr. Cummings?
I don't think it's about corruption or having a part to play in the war. But sometimes in life, Stanton, you gotta be very careful how you treat people because the same people you mistreat, you might just need them tomorrow. And why am I saying this? Remember the last election, 2017, I believe. Cummings left the race without even endorsing anyone. Even had Cummings endorsed George Weah, I for one would have said at least he endorsed George Weah. Had he endorsed Joseph Boakai, maybe the story would have been a little different today. But this guy walked away from the Liberian people 2017 without doing any of that. Then he comes back and then he wants to be president. That's why a lot of Liberians are saying that this guy thinks he's entitled. He can't be anything else besides president. So I mean, Cummings' worst enemy is Cummings himself. I mean, you gotta be, Liberian people don't forget. They remember stuff. The way you treat them, don't worry. Eventually it's gonna come back to bite you. And I think that's one of the many things that's suffering Cummings, besides he being associated with Ellie and what have you. But his behavior the past election, even if this guy has supported Weah, we'll say at least Cummings supported Weah. But this guy just ignored the entire process, turned his back on the Liberian people, and whether he came back to America or whatsoever, and that's it. Someone like that, I personally, I wouldn't want to support someone like that because I feel like this guy is in it for himself. You know what I mean? He
Thank
doesn't
you.
care about
We're
the
gonna hold
Liberian
you. We're gonna
people.
hold your bed. I know you're not
And there's
leaving.
one more thing I want to.
Real quick. Real quick.
There's one more thing I want to tell you. There's one more thing I want to tell you. I want to say. You said Cummings did not murder anyone. I differ with that. I want to believe he did not physically murder anyone, but I would say he indirectly contributed to factors that leading to the death of many Liberians today.
Well.
That
I
11
understand.
bogus agreement.
But hold on now. But hold on 1 minute. I'm
Okay,
begging
let's
you.
go back to that.
Yeah, hold on 1 minute now. Hold on 1 minute.
He,
Hold on 1 minute, my brother Carlson.
uh,
I understand where you're coming from with this. There is nothing to prove that. So I was trying to disagree with the propaganda. There is nothing to prove that. Okay, trust me. I know how people play this game. Go ahead.
Well, I tell you what. Well, we've been hearing about the company he was chairman of. He was brought into Liberia by Ellen, some investment team, and Cummings were heading that team.
Why are you going down to
And
this Fagon story, man?
there were a lot of transactions.
Why are you going on this
There was
Fagon
no,
play
there was
for?
no. I did my own research.
I'm gonna hold you there. Let's bring it out to
Stanton.
speak. You are not leaving us. We're gonna hold you right there. Let me bring in Abu. I'm not Abu. Joe. Joe, go ahead. Talk to us.
Okay.
No, not you yet. Please hold on the phone. Hold on 1 minute. Let me get someone from the studio. Joe, talk to us, please. Abu, is that Joe Kamara? Talk to us. We're not hearing you, Joe.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, you are good. Talk to us.
Okay. I'm Joe Kamara. Good morning, guys. Happy to be here.
Happy 26th, Joe.
Yeah, same to you.
Joe, I answer the question because a lot of folks coming on real quick. Why folks are not getting around Cummings? I mean, why Cummings turning people? I mean, folks are. You ask anybody today, Boakai or Joe, we are not Cummings. Why?
Yeah, the reason here, the big why is the people who Cummings has surrounded himself with. Like for me, this guy here, Musa Belete. Musa Belete is taking people away from Cummings and bringing people in. You understand? That's one of the main reasons. If you ask my own individual perspective, I would say Musa Belete is one of the person. Because like for instance, whenever Musa Belete goes out there to talk, for him to make a case for Musa Belete, he never does that. Only to bring hate speech towards other opposition. Like a recent time, his statement like, there's nothing that will make him to approve JMB presidency in this country here. Well, if that is to say that whenever, like if the election goes to second round and JMB is like running with, let's say it's between Josh Weir and that of JMB, he would prefer to go to Josh Weir. You understand?
Is that what he said, though? Or you just saying because he said he cannot support JMB?
No, but let me tell you right now, in Liberia, everybody is either Josh Weir or JMB. Mark my word, those two people will go for second round. And if he is making this kind of statement, he has no legislative mind of maybe bringing unity among the
good
being part of the opposition.
Very good point. Very good point. Let me bring in Jerry. Jerry Newman, talk to us, Jerry.
Yeah, thank you, Stanton, and good morning to our many listeners. And my
I mean, have it 26. The cash app is up. Your poor man 26, he said.
Okay, we'll see about the 26. But there's a very interesting question. You know, Mr. Cummings is not an independent man in terms of making his own political judgment. That's why he's been used in the entire process. Look at the argument. Look at the argument. They told him, oh, maybe when George will win for second time, you know, then after the 6 year, 2029, you can contest. You want to tell me all the people in the country, they ain't get sense? The people that get their numbers. They gave George Weah 12 years, imaginary 12 years. And then after that, again, they bring another issue because all the other people ain't get stuff. He did not even try to think about that. And secondly, Musa used him to protect himself for the war fund. Musa was all after his interest, starting from Nathaniel McGill, the entire government. You can see Musa is on the mission. The first day I saw Cummings going into collaboration with her party, I knew Mr. Cummings was not ready to be president. He was not ready. Even if Cummings had the slightest thought that, look, let me try and bring Liberty Party together. Instead of hurting, you think you're hurting Liberty Party? Alexander Cummings have nothing absolutely to think. So there's the kind of presidency he wanted to bring to the people.
We want to say thank you very much because a lot of folks in the back, they cannot join in, except we have to ask some of you guys to go back. I got to keep the first person that joined me on the show, Mobile, I got to keep him tonight. So I want to say thank you very much, Joe. Joe, I want to keep you also. Let me say, Jerry, I want to keep you also. I will switch everybody, you know. So let's go to Kristen D. Kristen, and after Christian, then we'll bring in the next batch of group coming on. Listen, if you're trying to log in, we can take only 10. All right, so just stay put. We're going to bring you on once we ask the other guys to leave. Kristen, I heard that your name is Cristiano Rolando. Is that true? Are you the Black Rolando?
Thank you.
Talk to us.
Oh yeah, that's why. Yeah, okay. Thank you, CEO. If you look at the body points of Liberia now, it's Mr. Cummings as president, right? I'm on the ground here. I know what's going on here. Mr. Cummings surrounding himself with people who are not even familiar with the Liberian people. So tell me, if you're looking at someone like being your party chairman, and then you look at this guy who served Louis Brown, who had no relationship with the people, putting him on your campaign team, it shows that Mr. Cummings will not go nowhere, because people who he served with, they are not relating with the people who are on ground. Mr.
Wow.
Cummings,
So the whole Cummings tag team, you guys blame them. Let me say, your connection. Are you calling from? Are you joining us from Liberia, Christian? All right, so Christian having internet connection. We know very well. Let me go to the phone line. Your name, my friend, and where are you calling from?
Hello?
Yes, your name and where are you calling from?
My name is John the Baptist.
I knew it would be John the Baptist, my man.
Okay. I'm calling all of you right now.
All right, talk to us. Make your point.
The reason Cummings is having problems, or is going to have a problem during the election, is the name Cummings is not a hustle name. I remember that I listened to church people, he said, to serve your people, you will live with them, let them know you so you know them. So now the people in the world, the only people that know Cummings are those that in Monrovia and those that live in New Jersey and Nassau. But Cummings is not known beyond Coca-Cola factory. And that is a problem for him. So if you go up in the interior and call the name Cummings, they may not even know what he's talking about. He has not lived with his people. He does not know them. Yeah, how he does not know them well, that's how they do not know him well.
Thank you.
To win the winner, that's going to be hard for him.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Let me bring in this person. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Sensor Nathan and I call from Fargo, North Dakota.
Talk to us, my friend.
I would say Alexander Cummings, mainly Liberian people. That's why they're meaning him right now. This is it. There was a time Liberian quarter, their leaders or some civil society group to beg Alexander Cummings to go as running mate to Joseph Boakai. And he deliberately refused, for not going with Joseph Boakai. So I think that's why he's getting his payback now. Because we needed him the most, he accepted. So now that's why we actually refusing him now.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us tonight. Again, folks, this is Late Night Politics on Spoon, where you can say what you want to say. You are free to speak, and we always love to have you. Let me bring this person on. Your name and where are you calling from?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Your name?
I'm Claudius DSG. We're calling from Columbus, Ohio.
Talk to us, Claudius.
Stanton, let me give you a little story and just leave the line. 2011, when George Weah surrendered to Winston Tottenham, and as a father was recognizing the country or his stepfather as former president of that country, he couldn't connect with ordinary people. Just imagine a young man used to go run campaign, he would speak only American English. At the end of the day, you were hearing, can I get some muya? Because everybody not connecting to him the way he speaks. People are not getting a flavor because you got to speak with action. You got to speak without anxiety to the people. But every time Winston Thomas speaks to the people, you hear, can I get some munya? That's the same scenario Cummings came to the political scene. Cummings is not connecting with our people. Then worse of all, Cummings got an excess baggage. Ability is an essence baggage. Even ability go to Aqua today with driving away. Then Cummings running around with a corrupt ability. I mean, Cummings is not ready for our presidency. If Cummings is ready, maybe I think the next war, because after this election, I don't see Cummings becoming president of our country.
Thank you very much, folks. This is what we're going to do. Joe, I give you 30 seconds. Say your last word. We go to Jerry and we'll bring in Mr. Collison. Then we'll bring the next batch of the folks coming to talk about the next thing. Now, also remember, we will be talking about the bombing road situation. We got a letter that came from Public Work. the Liberian people, why are the lawmakers suffering them? This thing about Asada Mita, now Asada Mita Western Cluster. I just want your quick answer. Before we get to that, now I'm going to make the UP people vex too. Can you help me after we finish talking about Mr. Cummings? If you know, who owns this Unity Party Rescue Center? Who's the owner? What's the thing about this rescue center that we need to discuss it tonight? Is this another Wahala coming on Unity Party? What you know about this rescue center? I know we talk about Mr. Cummings. Wow. That's your show. Let me take this call, then we'll go back in studio. I'll bring in mobile. Good evening. Where are you joining us from?
Calling from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
But man, what do you know about the People Rescue Center?
You know, the Liberians are suffering, so they need to rescue the Liberian.
Yeah, but who owns the rescue center?
Rescue Center is owned by Liberty Party, which of course I support.
The rescue center owned by Liberty Party?
Yes, I would say Liberty Party and MDP.
No, you can't say Bustenter. What's your name?
Yeah, I want to discuss what
but why are you leaving the United Party Rescue Center? Why you won't go back to Cummings discussion?
It's like something where you were discussing highly interesting, and I really want to take part in just for one.
Oh, go ahead, take part. Talk to me. That's your show. Take part.
Okay. Senator, I respect Mr. Cummings as a Liberian and as a father, but then we are missing target. Cummings should not be the subject of the match because he's not a player. So I don't think for him to be the subject of the match because Liberian people is not looking up to him. So there's no way Cummings can be marketable at this time. So I think our focus should be on GMB and George Weah. These two persons should only be the focus. But we waste our time on Cummings.
I mean, what Cummings is in the race now. You can't say we're wasting our time on Cummings though.
They said many will come, but few are choosing.
No. They said many are called, few are choosing. And they say, listen, they also say many went to Fender, but few returned. That one that Liberia won.
Center when it comes to politics, the thing is a clear, it's a clear show. We are seeing people are not blind. We are seeing. So I think our discussion should be how when the election go on, well, there should be no cheating because I'm looking at the ruling party. They want to cheat, so that should be our concern. But Cummings is not the subject of the matter. Really, it's not even near Ronaldo. So we only have Ronaldo and Messi here, and Messi will be JMB, Ronaldo will be Joe Weah. So
why? Wait, Boba, the man said JMB that Messi. you accept that? No. Messi and Ronaldo, which one is the best player? Yeah, but give this thing away.
Messi, when it comes to politics, Messi is the best player of all time.
Boba, come in. Boba, the man said JMB that Messi. You agree?
I'm nice.
When I hear you, Boba.
Yeah, Messi is JMB.
100%.
So Messi, he's a better player than Ronaldo?
Of course. Look at the record.
Yeah, of course.
Look at the record.
Yeah. Record can prove. When it comes to politics, JMB and Joey are not the same. You can see Joey will tell you that that they put me in this thing to tell you that I don't know anything about politics. So we need to rescue the country because it's not in the.
Let me ask you guys. So we're still talking about this thing, gentlemen. On a very serious note, seriously, you think Jose Yima Boakai can rescue Liberia from what Liberia in today?
Yes.
No. Hold your peace. You want us to talk about this? Let's talk about this. You really think JMB will bring the heaven and the earth to make Liberia a better place? Boba, you go first.
Thank you to you. Thank you for giving a 40-minute time to express my grievances on this. But actually, to be frank, JMB is 100% prepared and get experience And look, people say JMB was corrupt, but when you look at his track record and challenge anybody to bring any record to show to the Liberian people, oh, JMB stole maybe 4 million, 3 million, 200 million, or let us zoom all those stuff. Let it bring document. JMB served the Liberian people with dignity. He served the Liberian people with what? With integrity, pure hand, clean hand. And today, the reward we can give him as a Liberian, like what we hear today, we are campaigning behind the scene. People don't know, but we are campaigning. We're using all our resources to campaign.
So do you think, I want us to stick to this thing, and a lot of calls coming in now. Do you think Joseph Yima Boakai can rescue Liberia?
100% CEO. 100%.
I'm going to keep you 1 minute. Collison, do you think Joseph Yima Boakai have the capacity, the technical know-how that we will set to rescue Liberia?
Well, I would say across the let's say the level playing field, it's going to be a foundation process. I would say he will be able to lay that foundation that will bring Liberia back to its rightful place among other nations. Let us not forget, folks. Liberia is back almost 500 years, folks. So it's not going to be an overnight thing, this rescue thing, in a sense that, lay a better foundation that the next person will build on. Okay? 6 years is not enough to do everything 100%, folks. I don't want Liberians to start getting disappointed in the long run. So, we voted, we expected this to be done. 6 years is no time. Even 12 years, no time. The man in which Liberia...
You're making a good point, Collison. Hold on 1 minute now. A lot of people, they're hungry. A lot of people are testing. A lot of people want change, but they want it now. How long you think you can get JMB for you to start? Hold on, Collison. Hey, man, I will call your brother to pray for you. Hold on 1 minute. How long you think you can get JMB, right? For you to start feeling that change, for you to start get to know a new Liberia. How long you think you will get JMB?
Well, I tell you what, I cannot give you an exact timeline. JMB will have to hit the ground running and start to put everything, connect all the dots. Remember now, Liberia is embedded deeply in corruption. Okay, this has been the oriented mind of Liberians from day one. Corruption.
Let's mute. Go ahead, Collison.
Go ahead. JMB has a lot of work to do. The first thing is to build a structure. You need to start a foundation. Depending on how well you lay the foundation, the next team can build on that foundation and build a proper structure.
A lot of folks get mad at me. Collison, you got to hold on 1 minute.
I can tell you, you can do it in 6 years. You can do it in 4 years. I'll be lying to you.
Joe Kamara, come here and say your last word real quick. Do you think JMB is the man right now to rescue Liberia, to change the country, for Liberians to start seeing good Liberia? Can you mute folks?
Jim.
Now who do that?
Yeah, JMB is the best.
Can you turn your music off or something?
Yeah. Hello? Can you hear me?
Somebody play music. Is that you? All right, so go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I mean, JMB is the best.
All right, let me bring in Jeremy. His music is driving us crazy. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very sorry, man. I'm very sorry. Someone just called me on my line, so.
All right, so go ahead, give me your final thought, please. Can JMB rescue that?
What I mean is that JMB is the best for Liberia right now. if you look at it, we had a war, and after the war, and we were lucky to get Ellen Johnson Sirleaf to come and put things on track. And then, unfortunately, George Weah, he has messed up with everything right now. So we need someone that will come back and put all back on our track. The foundation that Ellen Johnson Sirleaf laid, we want someone that, because it has been damaged, to restart over. I think Joseph and Boakai is the one can do that. When you look at it, when he became the president, he's going to bring technocrats. George Weah lacks technocrats in his government. Everything they have over there is people who do battlecraft and stuff like that.
But I would say, but anyway, thank you very much. We hope to see you tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow is Wednesday, right? That would be not tomorrow now, maybe Thursday. We got to do this thing every other day, The old man Stanton got to rest too. All right. So I want to say thank you very much, Joe Kamara. We hope to see you again. All right. Good to have you.
Okay, I hope to be here every time. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Let me bring in Jerry. Jerry, your last word with the same question, Jerry. Can JMB rescue Liberia? Can the Liberian people find a new Liberia under Jose Yima Boakai? Be sincere. What are your thoughts? Can JMB do a better job than George Manuel Weah, or can JMB do a better job than Mr. Cummings?
Oh yeah, definitely. And that's why we are very clear. That's why JMB said we have what we call the arrest. We have agriculture. That is to deal with goal 2 of the Sustainable Development Goals, is zero hunger. And that is to end poverty, which is goal 1 of the SDG. Then you talk about agriculture, road, education, sanitation, and all of these things. And that's why JMB said, to address the issue of road, he now putting quota in the first 100 days. At least when we were living way Pelican and other places, the road was pliable all season. His target is to build public works stations across all of the terrible areas. And you have the marketers who have access to market, because everyone invests into agriculture. So to answer your question, JMB have, encapsulated all of the vision and other framework had been worked on. So JMB is the best in terms of transforming Liberia. Because let me say this today, you need the experience. JMB is not going to appoint people for Muya Affairs. JMB looking at the technical.
Do they have Muya Affairs? Where is the Muya Affairs? Where is that?
Look, we appointed a lot of assistant ministers. That Muya Affairs, with my distinguished brother, is a very decent guy, professional. I'm talking about Woozy. People like Woozy, they did their job and they could.
So Woozy was part of the Muya Affairs.
No, he's not part of Muya. He's a distinguished brother. He's not part of Muya. But look at my brother Alvin. We said today when we talk agriculture, when we talk other things, when we talk about agriculture research, we need agriculture research and development. I am a sustainable development specialist. I understand. So the very first day I saw JMB arrest, I knew that he was up for serious matter. And that's why he doesn't have any criminal record. We challenge anybody. People who come and make up stories. And let me conclude on this note. This campaign is about telling the people what you will do. That's why when I listen to the former information minister, when he said, I'm going to bring audio up, but let me remind him also, you should also bring audio up that say, Mwamba Molu say the president can go collect money and bring it home. The other one, the president say he will end corruption. There are so many recordings. We'll tell him what to add to that list when he bringing it up. So to answer your question, JMB is best suited. That's why in the first 100 days, he's a man of the world. All the mechanisms have been put. Yes.
Why you playing that thing? Why you playing that thing? We ain't playing it on the show, please. Don't do that.
So you see, so these are basic issues. So let's discuss. This politics or this campaign should be about what will you do and how you will do it. It's not just about coming to say, JMB, I put it out there. He said, my program immediately will be agriculture, road, education.
So you believe that JMB can transform the country? My question is,
you have demonstrated that the best time Liberia experienced
Jerry, it's good to have you.
Was a time that you are LPMC.
It's good to have
That's
you,
the time you are agriculture minister, and you know the record. So JMB is best suited. Let them bring it to the discussion. Let's discuss our platform and leave passing around saying you bring audio and this, that. You want to talk about audio, use your number. We would.
Election will be running away from the law. Okay. But when Kehi was pushing, we you now.
told you, I still tell you don't do that. But thank you very much, Jerry. It's good to
Yeah, so
always
thank
have
you.
you. See
So
you
JB is
again.
best suited. I'm always available.
Thank you.
But you have
Thank
not.
you.
Oh my God.
Say that again. What you say?
No, I said you have not approved me in the chat room. I don't know why. Since I
will tell Fadika. Fadika is the admin in the chat room. I will tell him to approve you. Yeah.
So we are always available. JMB is the best, man. We have our platform and the implementation framework all in place. So
Thank you
no
very
cause
much.
to worry. He's best suited. That's
Thank
why
you
we
very
have
much.
agriculture, road, education, sanitation, and tourism. We are clear.
Thank you. And have a good night, sir. Thank you. Let me bring in our young brother William Morris Peters, and we'll welcome the former Assistant Minister Woozy. You will be joining us shortly. Morris, talk to us now.
Right now I'm shocked. First time ever to be on Spoon Talk.
This is not Spoon Talk. You missed it. It's midnight.
Yeah, Spoon Midnight Talk.
Yeah.
And first time to interact with CEO ever. So it's my pleasure. And may God bless you for bringing me on this platform tonight.
You're
Let
welcome.
me salute my big brother Woosh. How you doing, sir? I've been thinking how to come on this midnight platform. When we talk about GNB, we must take this 2023 presidential seat. JMB must be president. Just we are like it or not, citizen like it or not, Arizona Cummings like it or not, we must win. We must win. The same way CDC came up and stood their ground, that's the same way we, the young people.
How can JMB change Mama Liberia? A lot of stuff is happening. A lot of things is happening. How can he make that change and make that change now?
All right. So the first thing, like I said, we the young people, JMB always give us pieces of advice whenever he come over to the US and he made us. We're not going to protest no more. And JMB have a lot of plan, a lot of implementation to do for the country and the young people out there. JMB, he's a person who believes in development. He believes in educating more young people that will have the same dream that you have. So CEO, JMB have a lot of things right now that we're working on, and I'm 100% sure that when he wins, everything will work smoothly. The only thing the opposition have, which is CDC people have, that's saying JMB won for 12 years. He been there for 24 years. What have you shown? We bless God, he been for 24 years in government, but he never steal anything yet. But just for 6 years, just the present president, 6 years, he just went there. The first 1 year, not even 6 months, he started building houses for himself. JMB been in government for long. He still maintaining the same course that he's still in. There's no record that will show that JMB has stole huge money. The only thing they're saying against JMB can sleep. JMB that sleeping beauty. Oh yes, we agree. That's why we still win. Whether he can sleep or not, we're going to take him. The man who could play football, up to now, we still don't have work in building a kitchen, in building things around, small pool, you say a stadium. That's not stadium. The young people are not doing nothing. Just let me do anything for the young people, CEO. So
Morris,
JMB will be the best.
Peters. Where are you joining us from, Morris?
I'm joining you from Minnesota.
Minnesota. JMB will be in Minnesota, I believe, this weekend. So you guys will have a ball. So you go talk to Fagon.
Yeah, I'll be there.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Morris. Good to have you. Let me bring in Wozi and our brother Raymond Zeze. Thank you guys for joining us for the next 12 minutes. I want to bring you in, Minister Wozi, and then we'll talk to brother Raymond. Mr. Wozi, welcome, man.
Yeah, thank you, Stan. Thank you so much.
2 questions. We couldn't get to all of the questions tonight. One is Mr. Cummings. Now we are talking about Joseph Boakai. When we come back next time this week, we'll bring in George Manawia and all the other stuff concerning George Manawia. Mr. Cummings' question, and maybe you know this better, you and Raymond, help us. Mobile trying to help us in a very unique way. One, he never took part in the war. Something most people run and say, war crime code, economic crime code. You kill my mind, you kill my pride. Nothing like that about Mr. Cummings. 2, I've never heard about Mr. Cummings being corrupt. Me, no corruption. I've never heard it. 3, which is most important, he got his own money. Why would Liberian, with all those things, they said, no, we don't want Mr. Cummings. Not now. Why? For JMB to set it up for you, can he deliver Liberia? Can JMB on day one transform Liberia into a better country? On day one, if I mean on day one, can he put people in place that will shock you, Wozy, and say, woo, man, you talk about this person? No, that ministry will be unique. You talk about this person? No, healthcare system, yes, we know we're on the right track. Oh, you made that person education minister? Oh, no, education will be super. Can JMB do that, Wozy? JMB and Mr. Cummings, let's talk.
Well, let me start with Mr. Alexander Cummings. I have been around for a while, dealing with different political portfolios. And Liberian politics, the political landscape is kind of funny nowadays. So for somebody to say because there is not any specific record to point to an act of corruption or thievery in the public space, that in itself speaks to Mr. Cummings' inability to identify and address the issue of malfeasance in the public space, something that is a major challenge to the Liberian system. And the second part is to say it got nothing to do with the war. Now, Liberia needs somebody who experienced the war, not who fought the war, or somebody who dealt with refugees issue, who heard guns sound and who actually saw firsthand mayhem in the country to really help to reconcile the country and to help put into place the structural mechanism that will help to address issues like mental health, uh, rehabilitation, youth development, and so forth. And I think Mr. Cummings is totally disconnected from these bases. These are basic things that anyone who wants to become president should be aware of to know the kind of country they want to govern. They should come to the table with some wealth of experience in understanding how to address those issues. Now, you are not dealing with a country that has been peaceful for the past decades. You are dealing with a country for several years of war. You have traumatized population. So you spend bulk of your time in Nigeria in a corporate building or in America wanting to become president of such a country. I think it's going to have a serious system problem. So with the issue of Mr. Cummings claiming that, I don't think that is a plus for any sound politician to mention in their quest to lead a country.
On the flip side to Mr. Cummings, stick with Mr. Cummings for a minute. Why people not coming around Mr. Cummings? Why people saying no? Why do you think Mr. Cummings is way distant fourth, distant third? Why Mr. Cummings not, people just not accepting his message?
Well, the thing is very easy, Stanton. The first thing is Mr. Cummings claims to be from Maryland County. He and his vice presidential candidate Kennedy speak their dialect. The vice presidential candidate can even say she can even call 10 words in Bassa. Mr. Cummings on the flip side is only using money, identifying gribble chiefs or crew chiefs to serve as emissaries. Now, seeking the presidency goes beyond that. You must have a proven record of connection to the people who you want to lead. Should have a reason to confide in you. Now, mind you, Liberia is a traditional country. It's a country that believes in tradition and culture. We have our own cultures and cultural values. So people want to see themselves in you. And that's one thing that the incumbent president has. And Ambassador Joseph Boakai also has similar potential. So that's why we say the race is between two persons in the country. All other candidates are subsets, although they are all running for the same office. And Mr. Cummings does not have that. So the margin is zero. He doesn't have that at all. So that fundamental connection is lacking.
So let's talk about Joseph Boakai. My question goes, can he deliver on day one? Can he run the race? Can he put into place the feel good 100 days? You think he can make that? You think, I know you're a sedition though, but be fair tonight. You think Joseph Boakai is the man right now?
the thing is, there is nothing about fairness in the kind of politics we preach around here. You talk about
Give a
fairness,
fair
but
analysis. I mean,
I will provide my own candid opinion, and this is something that I have flared on many occasions to my comrades, although some of them from the beginning 2018, some of us started talking about that. Even the CDC and they saw us as targets and the major targets. They labeled us as opposition, which I don't really care because I mean, technically speaking, um, you cannot change the record, our contribution to the CDC. So, but the time will tell as we sail towards the conduct of the 2023 general presidential elections. But on a serious note, there are a few things I know about Ambassador Joseph Ivan Baka. I mean, I'm Loma and he's PC, and we are family, you know. And my late dad was an ardent supporter of Ambassador Baka. He didn't see anything in him because they both of them work together. And I know Jojo, all the sons of Ambassador Baka. I know his wife. I mean, you see me as a relative. So and so politics brought some split. But I know Ambassador Baka, if God help him to become president, one thing I know for sure is that he will not bend the rules, and he'll be somebody who will not compromise the issue of corruption. Uh, he will do everything possible to leave a legacy as an old man. I sat down with him on many occasions and we talked. And we sat down and ate together. We, drank water together, wine together, and have fun time. And he confided in me as a son. And he talked about his vision about the country, his vision for the country. And
are you
so,
endorsing Ambassador Boakai?
no, I'm not saying I'm endorsing. I'm saying I know him to be somebody
You
who
said
will follow
as
the
a
rules.
son, you sat down with him. You said you're from the same county. It's like everything you just said that you just said, okay, I pray that he win this election. I thought you were a sedition. Are
Well,
you
let me tell
leaning
you something.
towards Ambassador Boakai now?
Let me tell you something. People who know me very well, Ambassador George Mana, we as a crew, I'm Loma, I'm from Lofa. We don't have key positions in the government. We do not. Everybody knows me. You Google money, you know the kind of contribution I made to CDC. I serve as the joint chairman on President Propaganda and Strategic Planning of the CDC campaign, 2017 campaign. I directed campaign. I know the Unity Party strength. I know the CDC strength. I can tell you that free of charge. So, and all those in the CDC knows me very well. So I don't scheme. The day if I say I will support Ambassador Buck, I will come down your platform and announce it. That's me right there. So
Thank
if
you
I
very
still
much.
say I'm a physician, I remain in my party. But I'm telling you, Ambassador Buaka will follow the rules and he become president. That's one thing I know for sure.
Thank you. Let me take this real quick before we bring him over. I know Raymond left us. Your name and where are you calling from? Hello? Okay, let me try this person. Hello? Can you lower your radio or your device?
Okay, sir.
All right, let me bring in Raymond. Raymond, talk to us.
Thank you. What's the question?
The same question with Cummings and Boakai. Can Boakai do this thing on day one? Can he start running?
Well, I think
Can his appointment inspire you?
so. Let me start with comments.
Oh,
I
so
think
you
the
heard the
Liberian
Cummings
people
question.
have been clear over time. They wanted a Cummings Boakai ticket or the reverse of Boakai Cummings ticket. And the disadvantage of a Cummings, he's coming late. He's been out of the country for a long time. And like my big brother Woody said, we are very traditional in Liberia. If you went to a strange place and introduce yourself, they're gonna ask you where you from, what's your tribe, what's your name, and they want to connect you with someone they know. And they use that to give you your first judgment. Can they trust you? And trust is very crucial in Liberia, especially in these elections, because the Liberians have been betrayed many times by people they trusted. So the Liberians are not ready to trust a total stranger with their livelihood because the living condition in Liberia is deplorable. People are suffering.
but they know Boakai over time. So the thought of Boakai Cummings ticket will be something, because I would like to see Cummings as a good person. He has some experience. He comes from corporate America, Coca-Cola, a renowned company, very worthy, and he has his own money, you know. So to that extent, they thought Cummings being a vice president would have learned over time, and the fact that he wouldn't be in charge making all of the decisions,
Correct.
they trust him. But I think the Ellen factor, I'm not sure about this, but this is what we're hearing. And I can also take you from Senator Dillon's comment and even Yombli Kanga, that Ellen tried to influence them to join the Cummings ticket. So that shows that there's a hint that our former president Ellen is playing. And I think she has something against the ambassador Boakai. And for this reason, she's doing everything. And I think that's the reason why Mr. Cummings didn't join the TK and the CPP fell apart. And today we have both of them going at one another. So the second part of the question about Ambassador Boakai, I'd like to start with this. I had an encounter with Ambassador Boakai. You know, the road that comes from Tupo Road goes down, crossing behind the ambassador's house to the rehab area. I used to work with Public Works at the time, zoning, and I headed the team marking the buildings. And when we reached Ambassador Boakai's house and did a marking, we gave something called a notice, inviting you to Public Works, where we read to you why and everything, and give you an opportunity to ask questions and talk to our legal people, and give you a time frame to demolish the structure that you got in government right away. And Ambassador Boakai, being the vice president at the time, did not see that as an offense. Called us and asked us for 1 week. He himself, given the fact that he was vice president, he needed protection to build a fence within before demolishing. And he was the only one who had done that in the history of Liberia in 1 week, as far as I know it. The same was said about his former running mate, who he chose as vice president. During the highway, there were plenty of markers on the Kakata highway. We marked his fence. He demanded us to paint over his fence. The same was about the current president. Then he was Senator George Weah. During the Sinkers Road, I don't want to go so much and say so much, but I wasn't the one on the site. But there was a colleague of ours who's currently working his government. I won't give his position, but he has filed some assistant minister position. I wouldn't want to give his name to be targeted. Doing his work, the flower that the former Senator Weah, the current president Weah, had along the road, which is government right away. You don't have no right to that. When the young man doing his job, trying to clean the drainage and everything to get the work done, tempered with the flowers, Jefferson Koji came on the scene to harass him. He stood up to Jefferson Koji. At the time, we had a right to call police for backup. So if anything had gone wrong, he would have called police. Jefferson Koji left. The senator at the time had to call the Minister of Public Works, then Judy Moore. Judy Moore had to instruct this young man to go and meet the senator at the time, George Weah. And George Weah made him in his office to apologize to Jefferson Koji. What I'm trying to say, the Ambassador Boakai has a sense of nationality. He's wise. He's humble. So I believe he's going to work with a team. And he's going to not only have people who supported him, who campaigned for him, I believe he's going to have people who got the right expertise. And he's going to form a team that can deliver Liberia. And he's been there. He's been tested. You know what the shock force are. And I think from day one, all of his past experience, he's been in government the longest. And he didn't just be in government, he served at crucial positions. And I think he can deliver. But like some previous speakers said, let us not raise our expectation. This time will be to rebuild the foundation, because everything is being broken under these 6 years of George Weah. But I believe life would be better under the JMG administration than what it is under George Weah.
Thank you very much. We have come to a close to this program. You know, it's 11:04 p.m. here in the United States. And that would be what, 3 a.m., right, in Liberia. So again,
We're just going to take your last 4 mobile. Before we leave, folks, sorry if you're in the back, we cannot bring you on. We hope you can join us tomorrow or on Thursday as we do another edition for Late Night Politics. I got 2 videos to play. I'm waiting for Nelson a good day to upload these videos, and I want your input during your closing. 1, let me see this. What's that? What's that? And Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Mobile, talk to us. Let's wrap this thing up.
Yeah, you know, I watched a video. What really got to me, and let's say a lot of stuff got to me, but when I read it, got to me is the health hazard, the garbage. Imagine, man, CEO, you're living in a garbage where you see flies, mosquito, and on a daily basis, and we get mail. What is the duty of a mayor? Is the mayor there just a bit bluffing, going out, attacking political leaders, attacking people, attacking individuals? No. The mayor is there to do his work. His work to clean, to make sure the city is clean. But look at the city, look at Red Light, look at Douala, look at Sony Wen, look at the ditch, look at how a whole 50 human being. Some man, you pass by that place and you see that place, and you play deaf ear or blind eye to it and you walk. And secondly, see, I'm not disappointed in Joria Beno condominiums. I'm not disappointed. I'm not disappointed about the Sametua taking millions of dollars from the Liberian people cover. I'm not disappointed because we knew those things. But then we told our people, we told them, like, yo, go this way, go this way. They say, oh, and one of my friends, I will not call her name, but she already done her position. When I was trying to convince her, I told her, I said, let me let you know. If you vote during the 2017 election, I told her, I said, if you vote for Joria, you will suffer more than now. She said, oh, and what she told me, it left my ear. And after then, when Joria won the election, she came by and she told me, and she begged me, she would never vote for Joria. Even Joria Poe, whosoever him or she can never vote for that person. She told me that when Joria take power.
Thank you. We'll listen to the story for tomorrow now. Tomorrow, folks, don't forget, we'll be talking about this election and the poll watchers. It's very important that I'm asking Liberians to stay up and do a tarry. Nobody should sleep. Buy your coffee, your tea, sit up till the next day. Because if you close your eye, everything in that ballot box will disappear. So you gotta be clear.
Of course.
So on election day, everybody will be up. Man, children, babies, mother, father, everybody will be up. Everybody will serve as poll watchers. Everybody will put the laptop down on the sand, sit down on the tree, stand to the window, and everybody will keep the eye open. Why? That's what we need to do. So let's wrap this thing up. Rima, talk to us. We got another clip. Oh, let's play this one first, then you can talk. I understand this one. But you know when Damola send it, we gotta play it. Let's go.
Huh? Nobody will win in Magidi. Why you have to say so? Ponovalo? How you call it, man? Ponovalo. What do you mean? There's an organization in Bena community now. He's a member of that organization, and we all vote. Huh?
No man can win Magidi in Magidi country. Nobody. Because even me, I eat father for Maggie. I know Maggie.
I know he said.
But I voted for Maggie because I like how Maggie can use money.
But what do you how you call it community?
Ngenga.
Ngenga community. What is it, baby?
Buddha, original Buddha. I said, mange, no mask for mange. And I was stand in front of mange like that. I said, open corridor for mange I want.
But all they got all Canada there. They got Yabuya.
We He wait water. Then one for the water to overflow.
Wait a minute, Colin said original Bulldog. Did I hear him right? He said he's the original Bulldog.
Yeah, just a nickname, man. If you cut it in Russia, you know, gonna need to get
The man said, no man can win my game. Go ahead, Raymond, talk to us. Let's wrap this thing up.
So I will start with the second video. Well, what I think is this time I hustle. Everybody hungry. When people hungry, I mean, their instinct is how to hustle and survive. So I believe the guy's trying to deceive Maggie. Because the very first thing they say, they ain't eat some of his money yet, but they like the way he can spend money. So they're hoping that when that video get out there, Maggie will locate them and will eat some of the money. Because I've seen Liberian election, money don't really win people over. But I think there's also in the CDC, strategy. And my big brother Wozie will agree with me. CDC got a lot of tricks under their sleeve. I work as an election worker before, and I monitor the Tottenham High Precinct for the United Party. I was asked by one of my big brother the same morning, and I saw what CDC did in this past election. So I hope when we discuss pool washing, I can have an opportunity to unveil some things that I saw and realized.
And you need to be back on Thursday then, because we are discussing pool washing. It's very important. That's why I'm telling folks there will be no sleeping on election day. There will be a full tally. Liberia will have a full tally on election day. You cast your vote, you stay there. Even if they say stay 100 feet away, you will stay 100 feet away, but you will stay there. We will see every cars that are going in and coming out. We will see everybody that doing click, yeah, and then nobody will sleep on election day. And we say this because if you blink, you will miss the mark.
And CEO, let me say that, the training for those who doing pool washing is crucial. Because you could be there, don't know what's going on, and it will stay in your eye. Yeah. CDC got 1,000 tricks under their sleeve.
My man, they will do those things, but I can tell you for sure, when the people that walk in there to vote refuse to leave, when those people stand around cooking the buyer, they jump before you click. When the people washing, my man, it will be hard.
CEO, let me just reveal one to you, and I guess you didn't see it coming. You know what CDC was doing on the past election at Tottenham? They have a few of them who are there serving as, observers for the CDC. They have cross bags on them, and they have pre-marked ballot papers. When they saw those strong sedition, they will, have a conversation, and they will get off the line. And they will always do it out of the people seeing them. And that person will have the ballot paper in their pocket. And you go behind the ballot, it's a secret ballot. And when they came back with their ballot paper they received, they will fold it. But then again, it's illegal to inspect what papers they have. But you could detect it by how thick it was. And they're dropping it in the box. When they drop in the box, it's done. I picked that up. I even protested. I had to use the former Nigerian president Goodluck Jonathan, who had come. I even talked to the police officer who was there. He said, my man, the election going on peacefully. We won't cause any argument here. I talked to the Omeo guys from Omeo Radio.
But let me ask you a question. You have Unity Party, CPP, CDC, LPP, and all the other 20 folks standing there watching. I really want you to explain on Thursday. How can Peter come in with different ballot and put it in there?
So what I said, CEO, when you fold the ballot paper, nobody got a right by election law to inspect it.
But no. So I'm asking you now, if you need to go in there to vote, you will go to do your own voting, you alone, correct?
Yep. But before you got in, what I just explained to you, before you got in, if there are people already pre-marked, mind you, CDC control NEG right now.
No, we shouldn't go there now. Let's stick with the pre-mark. So then what happened?
So if you have the pre-marked paper, somebody call you on the side, place it in your pocket.
How many pre-marked paper?
One person could even put 5.
How so? Nobody watching that person as they put in the.
So when they go behind the box, you don't see what they're marking. So when they're putting their hands in their pocket, you might not know because there's a
Okay.
box they're
So
going behind.
you're not searching them.
You can't search them.
So nobody in that room or in that box as they go in there.
It's a secret ballot, so you can't go behind the box with the
So it
person.
means that people will go in there with something all under their clothes.
Definitely. So when they get it and they fold it, but I could detect it because there were a few of them that the ballot paper was thicker than the others. So I even tried to protest inside, and the presiding told me, said, and he got there, and I was right. He says a secret ballot. I got no authority to inspect his ballot paper. So what I thought was to prevent, because nobody's supposed to interact with the voters. They're supposed to be free of any influence. So that I knew because I work as an election worker.
So we'll have this conversation again when we come back. Thank you very much, Raymond. It's a very good information you gave in here. I received a lot of information too. I'm going to download them and upload them on our program for us to talk about the issue. So if somebody go in there and they get all the ballot beer under their clothes here and there, then we need to find out how those things can be taken care of. Minister Woozy, take us home, my brother.
Well, thank you. And let me say thanks to John Brother Raymond Zizi for the level of technical understanding and foresight in the issue of elections, elections processes, and general mechanism, which is very good. I think we need people like you around to help us maintain sanity within our political space, because a free, fair, and transparent elections is key to uh, the sustenance of about our democratic fabric. But the issue is, you mentioned something about our party. For anybody to say the CDC will just blindly cheat, think that would be a reason. The fact is that the CDC still has support us. But one thing I know for sure is that at this point, anybody can win the Liberian presidency between Ambassador Boakai and President Weah. It is no secret that um, some things were screwed up, especially the disintegration, the technical disintegration of the Coalition for Democratic Change. You have political leaders leaving, and so much disenchantment, and people pretending and making, presenting wrong optics out there that, everything is still okay. Everything is not okay. There are a good number of people who are disenchanted, and the way you get the momentum and the kind of support when you're an opposition political party, the support base dwindles when you temper or mismanage your political assets. And in our case, we did that. I don't know, deliberately or not. And the other thing is, I'm praying to God for the campaign team to have a stronger connection. The way they're presenting themselves now as those on the committee are presenting themselves as the saviors. We know them personally. They don't have a good relationship with citizens down the line. That is going to cause a problem. So, but we pray for the best in Liberia, and people like Raymond should be around to help the process. What we pray for is a peaceful, free, fair, and transparent elections. Whosoever wins the presidency, President Weah is still young, and he's still going to have long way. He's still going to, have a long way to go. He's a career person, and I think he has made name across the globe. And so, Liberia is for every one of us. The presidency is not for one tribe or one person. And so I know the election is going to be very crucial. I've said that to my fellow citizens. Every time I say it to some of them, they spill a little balls to go on Facebook and insult us, and I just look at them and laugh. It's out of ignorance, it's out of arrogance, and sometimes we understand some of the companies what they do and what they believe because of their low IQ. So, but I wish Liberia well, and Stanton, thank you so much. I want to use this platform to welcome my uncle, Ambassador Joseph Yvonne Boakai, the Senate brother of the United Party to America, and wish Liberian politics well. And I wish Liberia well, and I've also communicated with President Weah. I wish him well, that he will end his tenure very well and very peaceful. You shouldn't listen to people who are really buying keynote to run away from the country. to advise him because by the time North start, they will be the first to run away to go to Africa. In fact, the Ebola will meet them in Africa, or it will meet them in Ghana, or it will meet them here in America. They got nothing to contribute. For them, they want the president to do anything to maintain the presidency, and that should not be a way forward because Liberia belongs to every one of us. So let's do the right thing so that we don't go back into the bad days. Let's start with something people and let's start politicizing everything. Thank you so much, Tanton.
Thank you very much, folks. We want to say thank you for joining late night tonight on Spoon. Again, we'll be back. We'll share this information very much. I hope you can join us all the time. It's very important. We talk about this for Washer group. Real quick, someone said they go in there, they mark the paper, the ballot, and then they come outside to drop it in the bags. Does it work like that?
Yeah. So what you do, you receive the ballot paper, and you go behind the screen where you shouldn't be seeing what you're doing.
And you mark your paper.
Mark your paper, fold it before you come out.
Outside. Okay.
And those
so
three marks are already
what are you
folded.
saying now? What you saying now? When they come outside to put that paper in the bags, now sometimes it's thicker.
Thicker. That's how you're gonna start it.
So then when they come outside, we'll wash that paper. Yeah, we'll wash. But yeah, we'll listen. Folks are listening. They know how to get hold of them. We want to say thank you, Minister Woolsey. Thanks to Damo Slanger. Damo, if you can come on, or Nelson, we want to say thanks to you guys again. This is your network. Share the program. Very interesting. Good question. Ask yourself. If Mr. Comey is a clean hand, no blood stain, nothing of corruption, nothing. He never took part in the war. He got his own money. Why Liberians still running away from Mr. Cummings? Come back to say, can JMB rescue Liberia? Think about it. Can JMB on day one transform that country with his appointment? With those people that will surround him, can he really show to Liberia that yes, my heart, my soul, my mind is to bring this nation back to its highest honor? We say God bless you, God keep you, and God bless our republic. Happy 26th to everyone. My 26th on you, Minister Woolsey, and Raymond, my 26th on you. You know my number, you just drop it in. I will appreciate.
Okay. Thank
What
you
is it,
so
Rosie?
much for the opportunity to speak to Liberia and discuss our national issues. Thank you for
You're welcome.
You're welcome. Tanton, happy Independence Day celebration, man.
I mean, you give my 26th, but I'll be waiting for you.
Mama, let me down there.
By God's grace. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye. Bye-bye. Dama, you on? Where's Dama? Dama, are you? All right, Dama, we're moving. I know your internet is not going to bed on you, but thank you very much. A beautiful show, and we'll see you guys again. Have a good night.